I'm about to show you how to do the impossible, and that saves some money in Disney World. Let's talk about park hopping. I was gonna try to make it rain, but I don't have enough money. I only have $2. Let's just move on. Let's talk about saving money. So to start this off though, what is park hopper? You might not know, and if you don't, you're probably already at a loss, but don't worry, we're gonna break it down. Disney Park Hopper is essentially a thing that you can add to your base normal Disney World ticket that allows you to go to multiple parks in one day rather than just going to one park in one day. Some people want to do that, some people don't, but we're going to talk about all of that. So after Disney Park Hopper, there's actually also a thing called Disney Park Hopper Plus, and that's when you can also go to the theme parks and the water park in one day, if you really want to do that. Think of this as kind of like a way to just upgrade your ticket. That's essentially what a park hopper is. You're going with your normal base ticket and you're upgrading it. When it comes to spending those $2 I tried to use to make it rain, you're gonna be purchasing this ticket the exact same way that you purchase a normal base ticket. You're gonna go onto the Disney website, and from there you're gonna select what ticket you want, and it's gonna say one day, or it's gonna say multiple park hopper. Now I'll say this, purchasing a park hopper might seem like a really good way to save money, to get more out of your time, especially if you're planning to go to multiple parks during your vacation, but that's not always gonna be the case. Don't be tricked by Disney. And yeah, I know a lot about it, but I think we all know that I have a friend who knows quite a bit more. So we're gonna bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, they have once again let me out of the dungeon to talk about Disney savings. Oh, are you so excited? Disney savings! I'm so excited. And you know what? I'd like to address some commentary. Yes, my accent does change. However, I'm a woman of the world. I like to keep things interesting. I like to learn as I travel. And sometimes my voice just acclimates to the places I've been. So if it changes, that's for me to say. That's for me to know. But let's talk about why people buy park hopper. That was kind of hard to say. So there's gonna be a handful of reasons that you maybe should consider upgrading your ticket to do a park hopper. If you're coming for a shorter trip, that's gonna be a good time to upgrade. If you only got 2 days, you can get 4 parks in, and it's a lot easier than you'd think to do kind of your highlights, the things you'd wanna do. Another reason is if you are wanting to make the absolute most out of your Disney trip, you should consider park hopping. If you know that you don't really necessarily wanna spend a full day at Animal Kingdom, well then maybe you shouldn't. Just maximize your trip. Just leave. You're allowed to leave. I know. I don't want to leave either, but you're allowed to. And then finally, if you know that you want to have options and flexibility, this is going to be a great ticket for you so that way you can change your mind on the go and have multiple places that you can spend the day at. But how much does it cost? Oh! Let's talk about the big bucks. This is like the biggest buck I have personally right now. So a regular Disney World ticket for 1 day, a ticket, starts around $109. Starts. Okay, but it can kind of change based on how long you're here, the time of the year that you're here, how busy the parks are, and if you're gonna have a Disney package or not through your hotel. So I put my glasses on because I think it's time to get serious. We've talked about roughly what a park ticket starts at, roughly $109, but that's the starting price. And oftentimes you're not just gonna pay $109. It is gonna be significantly higher than that. For example, the day that I'm filming this, a park ticket for tomorrow for one person to go to the Magic Kingdom is $179. That's significantly more than $109. Now, if tomorrow you decided you wanted to park hop and not just go to Magic Kingdom, that $179 actually skyrockets to about $244. For one person to go to all 4 parks tomorrow. Now, if you are interested in Park Hopper Plus, which some people are, and you really feel the need for a swim at the water parks or the sports options, and you get Park Hopper Plus, that same ticket now becomes $264. Okay, are you listening to me? For one person. Ridiculous. And I think based on this math, it's kind of safe to assume that on top of every base ticket, it's gonna cost roughly $60 per person per day to park hop, or $80 if you're gonna do Park Hopper Plus and hit the water parks. Now, this is gonna fluctuate. Don't take these numbers to heart. Don't think, okay, Emma said it's $264 maximum, so I can plan for $264 per day. That's not necessarily accurate. All of that example is just to show you how much more you're gonna be paying for a Park Hopper or a Park Hopper Plus. Hello? How did I get to Magic Kingdom? Did Uma buy me a ticket? Either way, as long as I'm here, let's talk about Park Hopper, I guess. The number one thing that you do need to know about Park Hopper is it is all or nothing. You either do every single day of your trip or no days of your trip. No really wiggle room in between. If you're going to Disney World for 4 days, you cannot add Park Hopper for just 1 day. You have to have it for all 4. The good news is that Park Hopper is actually priced per ticket and not per day. Now that Park Hopper price does vary based on date and a little bit based on the length of your trip. So if you're only gonna go to Disney World for 1 day, you might pay $65 for the base Park Hopper, but for 2-day trips, you're more than likely gonna pay $85 to $95 per ticket for Park Hopper. But that's $95 for the whole trip, getting you Park Hopper for every single day. You're not gonna pay $95 every single day. Now you don't have to Park Hop if you have that Park Hopper ticket. You can stay in Magic Kingdom all day if you want to. That ticket just kind of gives you the option to leave if you decide you want to. Well, now that I'm in Magic Kingdom, I guess I'm gonna ride the People Mover. Might as well, I'm already here. Back to Uma at home. Now, we've hopped and we've bopped. We've talked money, we've talked explanations, but how are you park hopping? What are your pros? What are your cons? Let's hop to it. I kind of want to do like a physical hop. Oh, I tried to hop, but I didn't do it well. Let's talk pros. Let's get in close. Let's talk. Yeah. So what are the pros? First, it offers flexibility. It means if you think you're gonna wanna go to Magic Kingdom and then you're at Magic Kingdom and you're like, actually, I really wanna go to Epcot, you can just go. Number 2, you wanna experience more park than vacation days. So what do I mean by that? It means essentially you have 3 days on your vacation, but you really wanna go to 4 parks. If you park hop, you can do that. You're gonna experience more of the parks even with fewer vacation days. And then finally, it's gonna help you do more in one trip by helping you maximize your time. So if you're a big thrill seeker, but you know that the thrills are kind of spread out throughout Disney World, but you only got 2 days, you're gonna wanna park hop. That way you can maximize what you care about, do what you wanna do, and not be stuck having done Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, and Tron, and then the rest is just rides that you're not super interested in. You can park hop, you can leave. But what about the cons? Because we know there are cons. Oh, didn't see you there. M'lady. I hope anyone gets that joke. If not, that's really strange. So let's talk cons. I have this, one of my favorite snacks right now, Welch's fruit snacks. And I bet we can find some cons in here. So I can get it open. First con, ooh, the price. It's pricey. It's gonna up your trip. It's gonna make everything more expensive. And honestly, it might not always be worth it to you. If spending more on Park Hopper is the reason you decide it's too expensive to come to Disney World, don't do the Park Hopper. Just save your money. Do maybe 3 park days. Consider skipping 1 if you need to. The price is it's a lot. It's a lot per person to add to your normal base ticket. Ooh, commuting around the parks. Personally, this is something that I don't necessarily enjoy in the middle of the day. Park hopping is something that we do a lot in challenges if you want to see an example of that. And we do it especially in our 2 park ride challenges. We have tons of them on the channel if you want to check them out. I really struggle because you kind of lose your momentum. It can take a while to park hop. They suggest anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour on busier times, especially if you're taking Disney transportation. And it truly, it can kill that momentum. It takes a lot of time. You get a little sleepy because you're not moving anymore. You're sitting down, you're relaxed. And for some people, that's not a big deal. I do park hop occasionally, just for fun, but most of the time, I prefer not. Just a personal opinion, and I also have a lot of time here. If you know that you don't have a lot of time, consider it, but commuting is gonna be a big con for me. Oh, you want as many park days as you have as days in Orlando. What do I mean by that? For a lot of people, it makes no sense to pay extra money if you're gonna go to that park anyways, and that can be a huge con if you're not paying attention and you pay for that park hopper and then you're gonna go to all 4 parks anyways. It's just not worth it. All right, last one. You know that you can spend an entire day in just one park. If you think that you can do that, then buying park hopper is a con. Do not buy it. Personally, I like to spend all day in Magic Kingdom if I can. I'm not gonna pay to park hop because I wanna spend all day in Magic Kingdom, so it's a waste of my own money. And the same should be said for you. However, if you're somebody who does feel that Animal Kingdom is just a half-day park and you don't wanna spend all day there and you wanna go to another park, park hop. But if that's not you, skip the park hopper. So, is this for you? Let's take our hats off and be serious. Is park hopper for you? If you're still a little torn on what to do for park hopper, you can ask yourself these questions and find out if it's right for you. Number 1, how many days are you planning on visiting Disney World? If you say 4 or more, park hopper is probably not it for you. But if you say 3 or less, consider it. Number 2, how many parks do you want to enjoy while you're at Disney World? If you say all 4 and you have less than 4 days, consider it. But if you say 2 or 3, it's probably not worth your money. Number 3, you should ask yourself, does each park deserve a full day, or are you comfortable with just doing a half day at each park? Once you know the answer to these 3 questions, you're gonna be able to decide if park hopper is right for you. If you guys like this video, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. Now, if you wanna learn how to spend even less money in Disney World, you can check out my spending $0 in 24 hours in Disney World up on the channel right now. I'll see you there.